I was starting this poem just the other day. My friend's in the kitchen, and I hears him say,
I've been reading your notes, and lucky for you, I've discovered an error or two.
the only arrows that I'd ever known were the kind like Geronimo shot from his bow. But my friend, he's from Boston, so I thought it best to give him a listen, sometime from the West. The schools in the city, they're better, I hear. They learn you to talk proper and write, so it's clear. Said he'd edit my poem if I agreed to read it back to him, so I proceed. Cowboy Granola, copyright 1994. 'Twas up in the line shack, the first fall of snow. A couple of mice hadn't no place to go.
Now hold it right there, cowboy,
He cried.
That's a double negative.
I swell with pride. I said, I'm glad you like it. I knew you would. I had no idea you'd like it that good. His mouth was wide open. I thought he might yawn. His stare seemed impressive, so I read on. On the shelf in the lion shack was dried beans and rice, and it was discovered by that pair of mice. So when eating granola, I might think on it twice. It was co-invented by cowboys and mice. On the shelf in the lion shack, the mice did their share, 'cause they contributed more than just hair. My friend says,
That's gross.
I know gross means a lot. I said, thank you kindly, that is a good spot. Especially what's happening up there on that shelf. I was sort of favoring that part myself. He says I wouldn't know the difference between a past participle and a sewing machine. But I know participles. I've studied their ways. I even shot one back when I was hunting for strays. He said,
An encyclopedia is what you need, and the sooner the better.
but I disagreed. Don't need no cyclopedia, and I told him so. My pickup will get me where I want to go. He says to me,
Cowboy, you don't even know that most cowboy lingo is from old Mexico. There's Mesa, Remuda, Antipadero, Latino, Pinto, and Sombrero. Chapero, Vaquero, and hot jumping beans. You don't even know what the word Spanish means.
I let him know I'm plenty smart about treats. I said, Spanish is that stuff that old Popeye eats. He says,
I speak Spanish and English too, so I am bilingual.
I says, well, bully for you. If you're a bilingualist, well, that's just fine. You go to your church, and I'll go to mine.